I started out by saying give the finger to the guy in the room.
James Gunn, tu as réalisé les 3 Gardiens de la Galaxie. On va te montrer des gifs de la saga.
Because that's what raccoons do. They just beat the crap out of you. This is an emotional video in which, I see my hugging my brother and stuff. And so, yeah, it really was emotional making this film. The first day we were all together, we were shooting the scene in the elevator. And all of a sudden I just got really like emotional and started crying. Oh, this is great. You know, this scene to me was a lot like Spy vs. Spy, the comics from Mad Magazine. And Spy vs. Spy just fight each other constantly and everything keeps getting more and more extreme. And so that's what this whole sequence was. You know, one of the funny things about this creature is that the creature's called an obelisk. And in this movie, I would joke all the time. I said, this animal, he just wants to play. He's not coming to kill you guys, but you're attacking him. And so then he gets defensive. But that kind of plays out in this movie because of Mantis's interaction with him. Oh my gosh, this is really sweet. This is a raccoon named Oreo. Oreo was my buddy. Every time he saw me, he would tackle me because that's what raccoons do. They aren't great pets. They just beat the crap out of you. And I would come home every night with like scars all over, but I loved him. And he passed away a couple years ago, so that's really sad to see. This is the beginning of me and Chris doing what we always do. I started out by saying, give the finger to the guy in the room. And then Chris added the cranking thing. And I said, okay, now do it and then look like you're surprised that it's happening. And that is me and Chris to a T, just always sort of adding this element, this element, this element, this element. That's a partnership I'm gonna really miss. This is a great, really sad moment because, you know, I love Lila and she's played by Linda Cardellini, who's really one of my best friends in this world. So it's really great to use her wonderful voice in that. Oh, this moment, it's a faux zoom, you know. I put him on a rails and then I push into him at the same time we're pulling out. So we actually have things going in 2 different directions as opposed to just going in on him. Bradley's been a dynamite. He's worked really hard on this character. We keep going back and forth. I'll send him the movie. He'll come up with new ways of doing things.
And with the youngest version of Rocket, is it also Bradley?
No, it's Sean. It's my brother, because he's always played Rocket on set.
Yeah.
We tried Bradley, but Bradley has an innately deep voice. And we tried children. We did a bunch of kids doing the voice, and it just never worked. And we just went back to what we had recorded on set, which was Sean. That was the one that worked the best. Just Baby Groot being very cute. I started out and I drew him too, and I drew him like he's an emoji. He's very simple. So I'm like, no, bigger eyes, smaller mouth, bigger eyes. Oh yeah, Lee Pace, great guy. We did a joke on Chris Pratt, because Chris Pratt was supposed to say, and I'll challenge you to a dance-off. We went to everybody and said, and this time dance with him. And so everybody starts doing the dance-off. This is Dave laughing. I don't know if you know, but laughing over and over and over again is probably the hardest thing an actor can do. Dave was very sick after this day from laughing so hard.
Several directors that told me that Dave is one of the funniest guys that I ever met.
Is he the funniest guy? Dave is funny when he wants to be, but he's not always funny. He's pretty serious a lot of the times. Yeah? One time I said, when did you realize you were funny, Dave? And he goes, I don't think I'm funny now. Konbini!